Well, I had this all set up. Oh, right, there we go. Haha. What this is. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's see. That's the wrong one. Yes. Okay, I actually don't even know if I'm live. Am I live? Or do I have to? I haven't done this in so long. Okay. It says my stream is excellent. Am I live? It says I'm streaming. Share. Okay. I can't. Can I not do that? Turn on monetization. Okay. There we go. Oh, I guess I am live. I'm not. I should probably pull it up on my phone. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. Do 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 do. I have, bear with me, I haven't done a live stream in forever and everything has changed. And now apparently YouTube is embedded into OBS Studio. And when I pull up actual YouTube on my browser, it's still waiting for me to connect. So I don't know if I like this embedded thing, but I went with it because I didn't know I didn't know how else to start. Let's see. Look at that. Alpha Beta Hangout. I'm live. I should probably watch it too, just in case. Um, Watching it on my phone. Let's see. Yep, there he is. Okay, let's mute that. Okay, well, we're live. Um, so this is a new thing. Well, today it's just impromptu, but it's actually it. I might continue to do it. Who knows? Who knows how today is going to go? So, a couple caveats. Well, first of all, we're testing Blender 5.0. Pablo said the beta was supposed to be out today, but it's not. They delayed it a week, which I thought, okay, this is actually a good idea to, if they're going to delay it for a week because they're fixing things or changing things, maybe we can do some testing on it to make it better or to find our own bugs in our own niches. And my niche, of course, is video editing and VFX. So I thought we'd take a look at that, and that's what we're doing now. But caveat: this isn't a tutorial, and this is also just hangout. We're just hanging out. Um, and so I kind of envision this as very casual. So I'm going to be talking about a lot of random things, and of course we're going to get to testing Blender stuff. But it's just going to be a lot of my rambling and a lot of my thoughts. And I wanted to do this because I haven't done a video for a long time, and I want to continue to put out videos. But as always, life has been so crazy. But I want to try to get on at least somewhat of a schedule to put things out there. And this is kind of a way to do that. Am I okay? Okay, good. My screen is weird. I don't want the screen to be like this. How can I fit? Aha, there we go. Yes. Like my little Portal background here. I love it. I love Portal. I love everything Portal. It's the best video game. Portal 1 and 2 are the best video games ever, hands down. Anyway, I'm going to take a sip of water because I'm parched. I'm very thirsty. Just did some yard work. That was the second caveat. I have company coming soon. And so we're having dinner here in, well, probably about an hour and a half. So I don't have very long today, but I'm thinking about doing this on a semi-regular basis. Again, we'll see how today goes. Just testing stuff, and I'm going to call it Alpha Beta Hangout. So we hang out, shoot the breeze, do some testing, and then I'll test in what I want to test, and then if you guys have any suggestions, then you can also test as well, or suggest something to test. Film Homage says, hello there. Yep, you are live indeed. Thank you. And I need to look. See, I'm still trying to get used to this setup here. I will get it. I actually do kind of like it all in OBS. But I just have to get used to it. But let's get into Blender because I don't have that much time. And maybe I can also show you how I do this Blender launcher. So I used to use Blender launcher, and then the original person that did Blender launcher stopped developing it, and then somebody else picked it up. And I never, once the first person stopped, I stopped as well. But I highly recommend doing this if you're going to be testing beta versions and stuff like that, alpha beta versions. Blender launcher, let's see, where did I find that? Let's do a new window. Okay. Blender launcher. I also want to do, let's see, new window over here. Get rid of some of my settings. Oh, that is over here. Okay. Do some settings. Well, may not have to. Suggest. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Turn that off. All right. Blender launcher. Oh yeah. So it's this Blender launcher version 2. This is where you get it. So it's GitHub. Just look for Blender launcher V2. You can get the latest here. And the latest is this year, July 31st, which is cool. Now there's a third caveat. I'm using Linux. In the future, if I keep doing these, I will probably try to, I don't know, maybe have Blender. Well, I was gonna say as a virtual machine, but virtual machine I can't use GPU unless you guys know of a virtual machine that you can use GPU. But anyway, let's get started. Let's download. I haven't even downloaded yet. So downloads, we can go to is it experimental daily? So here's the daily alpha. This is today at 2:22. So this is just an hour ago. So let's just do that one. And the alpha, again, they're going to be in beta next week. Or at least that's the plan now. It was supposed to be today, but see here, you can on the Blender launcher you can just do a whole bunch of different ones. You can do stable releases, like going back as far as, well, this one has 3.0. You might be able to do more. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, we'll let that download. Oh, actually, while that downloads, what we can do is go to the Blender docs. Blender docs. No, actually release notes. That's what I want. Blender release notes. This one. Okay, for Blender 5.0 alpha, and of course I'm going to start with the video sequencer. Since I do a lot of video editing, I do all my video editing actually in Blender, which is not something that is very popular, but that's also something I want to say while we download this. So Blender conference just happened, which is awesome. I mean, I didn't go. I wish I would have been there. I did go and visit Blender the month in August, but I did not. I wasn't. The timing wasn't right for me to go to the conference, and Ton wasn't there. He was at SIGGRAPH the week that I went, and but I did get to meet Pablo, so that was awesome, and I met a few other people. Trisha was also very nice. She did the whole tour and treated us very well, and we went and just saw and interrupted people as they were doing their Blender thing. But now Ton's stepping down, of course, if you haven't heard the news, and I wish I would have been able to see him and meet him before he stepped down, but I don't think that's going to be possible at this point. But where was I? Having said that, ADD here. Okay, that's still downloading. Um, so Blender conference. I was watching some of the stuff that they were going to do with the sequencer, and I actually talked to Pablo about this too. And they were talking about the sequencer and how they're going to make it. They're continuing work on it, is my point, which is awesome because I was always kind of afraid that they might drop the video sequence editor, but now that they're adding the storyboard, uh, you can do easier storyboarding in Blender. They're kind of integrating that with the sequencer, and so there's going to be a lot of changes with the sequencer, and which means that it's going to get a lot of love, and I am excited for that. So I need another drink here. I'm sorry. Um, let's see. Let's go back here. So we've got this installed. Library. No. Okay, how do I play it? Custom, experimental, daily. Oh, I see. I see. So each of these tabs also have each of these tabs. So that there we go. We got the library and the daily, which the downloads was from the daily, so the daily makes sense. Okay, launch. Okay. And I'm not going to import anything, but I will change the preferences so you guys can see. I usually do 1.2, so that's a little bit easier to see on the screen. And yeah, I'm going to make my head a little bit bigger. I mean, smaller. I can't make my head much bigger, actually. Let's make it a little bit smaller here. And then I put it on this side because that's where I'm facing. I could mirror it and put it on the other side, but I don't like mirroring. I don't know. I don't like it. Maybe I can put it up here. Does that work? Because that's just the outliner. I'll try to remember. Also, all my settings for some reason in OBS Studio were gone, just like that when I opened it up. So I don't have my normal, like I hover my mouse over and it disappears for convenience. I don't have that set up. The advanced scene switcher, which takes a while to set up. So anyway, let's go to a new video. Oh, hey, look at that. They have new icons for these. That's pretty cool. Video editing. Collapse that. I don't use that. I guess I could test that. I don't know if they've made the browser any better, but we can look at that. All right, let's do sequencer scene. The sequencer no longer uses the active scene in the window for its context. Instead, it now uses a sequencer scene. This is a reference to a scene stored in per workspace. In the sequencer view, there is now a scene selector in the header. Yes, so right here. So here's where the original scenes were from here, and then here is this scene. So they're both the same here. I guess if I just make a new one, that's called scene, and now we have two scenes. So I can switch the scene up here, which doesn't switch it down here, unless I think there's an automatic... there's a way you can have those switch at the same time, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, yeah, scene time synchronization. Let's see. The property can also be found in the properties editor, tool, workspace settings, workspace sequencer scene. Okay. Tool and workspace settings. Properties in the properties editor under the first category. The properties editor properties under the first category. Oh, this is interesting. Sync with outliner here. Okay. Anyway, welcome everyone. Okay, I should probably look at the. I'm sorry for not reading your messages. Again, I'm a bit rusty when it comes to this. Any update about DLSS? What's DLSS? I don't know. Explain what that means. I'm sorry. I'm a bit naive with the lingo there. Can I make this bigger? 'Cause it's hard to read. I'm also getting old, so my eyesight is going. Okay, so sequencer scene. Come on, where am I? Time synchronization. Okay, when using scene strips in the timeline, there's now a new option to synchronize the active scene with the current scene strip. Fast render speed. Blender's new update DLSS. I don't know. I mean, it might be in this what we're going to be looking at here. It depends on what you mean by render. If you're talking about video editing rendering or just regular like 3D scene rendering. And I don't know exactly how those two are related. Because I actually don't know what renderer Blender uses for the video editing. I don't know if it's the Eevee renderer. It's certainly not the Cycles renderer. So I don't know how those are related, but let's see. When using scene strips in the timeline, there's now a new option to synchronize the active scene with the current scene strip. Right. For example, this allows to dynamically switch between scenes by scrubbing or playing the timeline in the sequencer. This option can be enabled first by showing the footer of the sequencer by going to View and then checking Footer. Okay, let's try that. Going to the footer of the sequencer. Sync scene time. See, this is what's going to be confusing for me because up until now, the timeline was always synced. Unless someone can tell me something different. I don't know. Because if you were working, for example, in the motion, the VFX motion, or what was it, the movie clip editor? The movie clip editors would still be the same as the timeline, same as the sequencer. Like they would all be synced. So maybe now it's not synced. I don't understand that. Can we go? Maybe we can go here. Yes, now it has to verify that I'm a human being. I am a human being. Oh, sequencer scene. Okay, that's right. Time synchronization. Okay, we clicked that. Additionally, this adds a toggle called sync active scene with the okay. I see. Sync scene time. Okay, right. Because this okay. The timeline wasn't necessarily, at least from my recollection, wasn't synced to the scene. Actually, you know what? We can test that. That's what we're here to do. We're here to test stuff, right? Actually, we're here to do whatever I feel like doing at the time. That's why it's called a Hangout, not a tutorial. So you're just hanging out with me, testing Blender, talking, whatever. Let's see. There we go. Just adjusting my camera here. Oh, okay, Blender. So this is why it's the Blender launcher is really nice because now I can go to my stable and we'll do the 4.53 launch. And so I'll make two scenes. Let's do new video editing. And then we will do a full copy. So scene 1 and scene 2. And basically, I just want to see if the timeline is synced. So here, I'm moving to, okay, 8 seconds. And then let's go back to the first scene. Okay, there we go. That answers my question. So the scene isn't the timeline in the first scene is not synced to this scene, but because they're doing this new sequence or scene thing, having that button is probably a must because let's see, where is it? Because if you sync the scene time, so let's unsync it now. I already have two scenes, so I've got the edit and the scene. So edit, I'm going to bring this, we'll just say 6 seconds there. Or let's just Control T. If you do Control T, it'll do the frames. So let's do 160 seconds or 160 frame 160, and then we can go to scene and okay, that is synced, but I don't have it checked here. So maybe that's a bug. I don't know, because oh no, duh, I have to change it down here. See, I'm already getting confused because this has always been the way you change Blender, change the Blender scene. I also just noticed I don't have my mouse highlighter. I wonder if I can change it mid-stream here. I think I can, but we shall see. Oh yeah, there you go. I don't know if that makes a difference. Oh, and okay, just want to make sure my head wasn't blocking that stuff up there. So yes, it's different here. So we've got frame 160 and then frame 1. And if I click sync scene time, now maybe I have to move it. 71. Okay. Maybe it doesn't do what I'm thinking it's supposed to do. Set the active scene and time based on the current scene strip. Okay, well I don't have a strip. So, oh, I don't have a scene strip in there. Okay, so that's probably why. Probably have to add a scene strip. Okay, let's do that. Add scene. I can add a new scene, empty scene, or I can just add the edit. Okay, let's put that here. Now if I do this, is this going to be... Okay, so now it's synced. Okay, but I have to have a scene strip in here. Interesting. Okay, now this is something I do want to test. Let's make a new scene. So we'll have several scenes in here. Let's we're gonna do a new scene. Empty scene. Okay, and let's just snap that. Another empty scene and snap that. So we have 4 scenes now. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do. Oops, can I not? Oh yeah, cut. Get rid of that. And I don't have my screencast keys on. Again, I'll be a little bit maybe more prepared the next time I do this live stream. But I want to test this out here. Okay, so let's unsync the time, and for all of the scenes, let's go to the frame 1. Frame 1, frame 1, frame 1, frame 1. Okay, what I'm trying to do now, and I should have... Okay, that's fine. So what I'm trying to do now is to see if I do the set sync time and move it within the scene .001, so it's on 32. My guess is going to scene .001, it'll be on 32, which it is. But does it affect scene 2? It doesn't. Okay. So now that's interesting. But if I go to scene 2 now, and this is on 70, is it going to be on 70 here? No, it's going to be on 4 because Uh, because I'm only 4 frames into the scene too. One, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, 21. That is really cool. Actually, that is really interesting. Because this is going to allow you to have different shots, uh, different Blender scenes, of course, with like if you're doing an animation and you have one scene where your character is standing and talking, and then they move and they go to a different room, and then you have a different animation, or they start to run, or they get into a car and then they start to drive off. You might want to have several different scenes going through each of those things. So you would only animate, a portion of that whole, string of sequences or scenes, just like you would in a movie. You would focus on one scene, and then later on take those scenes and cut them together. And if you sync the scene time, it'll be synced to the actual scene, uh, relatively. So it's not like frame 21 is frame 21. It's frame 21 is however many frames from the start of that scene, which is going to allow you to, well, and it doesn't even have to be animation. I mean, if you're creating a short film or something, just like different shots, shot 1, shot 2, shot 3, you can go in and combine all the shots together in one, master sequence, a master scene, and then you can go into each of the edits, each of the shots, adjust the shot a little bit, and then go back out into your master scene. Your master scene hasn't changed. That is really cool. There's so much potential with that. I really like that. Um, and I should have said this at the beginning, by the way. But uh, I usually only do these kinds of things, this live streams and stuff, for the long-term support releases. But those usually aren't live. I usually just kind of edit a video, kind of discovery mode, kind of like what we're doing now. I didn't even want to say that this is kind of a discovery mode because, again, it's just a hangout. Like, we're just hanging out, kind of discussing Blender stuff. And by discussing, I mean I'm talking at you. You can obviously type in your comments, and I'll try to read them as best as I can. But so it's just kind of, it's a lot more relaxed, a lot more chill, than actually making a video. And I'm still going to do the long-term support releases and the new features and stuff in different releases, and I'll still make videos like that. But I thought this would be a kind of a cool thing to do, to where we could actually test the features out themselves, and then if we find a bug, then we just report the bug, right away. And then that other people can see, well, this is how you report a bug. This is how you you uh, find different bugs, and maybe other people will. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I got a text that our company is coming, and they're on their way now. So a little bit scatterbrained, and definitely, again, I always say this, ADD. But yeah, thanks for bearing with me on that. But what I was saying, focus, Justin. Bugs, Blender bugs. If you haven't reported one, I can also go through the process of how to do that as well. You can actually do it through Blender, and I believe you might have to actually have a Blender ID to do this, and that's something I've signed up for so long ago I don't even remember how to do it. But anyway, there's a place in Blender here you can go to help and report a bug, and it actually will take your computer information, your anonymous computer information. So like the type, your operating system, the Blender version you're using, all the stuff that you have to put in there anyway. It just does that automatically for you. I think you have to have again a Blender ID to do that. But we we have this option to do that. Anyway, I might be able to go through the process. Let's move on. Sorry for being so babbling. Okay. And I've only got about I don't know, I got 15-20 minutes left, so we can maybe look at a couple more things, and then I have to skedaddle. But again, this was more just getting things set up, kind of testing things out a little bit, trying to get the stream working. Okay, where is? There we go. Coming back here. Let's go back here. So scene strips, scene assets should now show up in this add scene menu. Yeah, you can create usable scene templates. Add scene, new scene, we did that already. Got renamed to empty scene. Optionally, save the file with an asset. So, okay, this is something else that I have not tested. I've not done anything with assets or the asset library in any function in any part of Blender. So that's definitely something that I'm gonna have to familiarize myself with. You know, I might not do that on a live stream. I mean, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But we did this. Add scenes and assets. So templates. That's interesting. Did we have the template thing there? If I added a scene, I don't have the template thing here. Maybe I have to do something else before that, like actually add something as an asset and a template. Again, that's something that I'm not familiar with. I know asset libraries and catalogs. Yeah, I'm not gonna learn all of this right now. Again, we only have like 20 minutes left, but let's see here. Catalog, folder structure. Yeah. Okay. I'll look at that later. Let's do, okay, strip modifiers. A compositor strip. Okay, I'm excited about this. Strip modifiers. A compositor strip modifier was added. The modifier uses a compositing node tree that can be edited in the compositor editor by changing the editor subtype to sequencer. Yes. Okay. So I want to watch this. I want to see what this is all about. Okay. Oh my gosh. You got to be kidding me. That is so awesome. So this is like a geometry nodes for the video sequence editor. Yeah, I'm hooked. This is awesome. This is one of the best things because up until this point, Blender was not using Blender's video sequence editor and the movie clip editor were separate from Blender and were separate from like the 3D view and the compositor and the shaders and everything else. It was kind of like its own little thing. It was like its own little program packaged along with Blender. Now you could import scene strips as we've seen. That's not a new thing, and where you could have the 3D preview inside of your video sequence editor. But there was no way to do any extra compositing. But now we can use compositing nodes. Yeah, that's really awesome. You know what? I need to get a video. Get a video that we can experiment with. I don't have a green screen background, but I'll just do my little live update. That's what I've been using recently. Okay, let's go and pull this. Let's go into the edit one here and pull this in. And Okay, so this is my live update. Oh, that's a great face there. Uh, and then what they did is they had the compositor over here. Compositor. Scene. Now we have scene and sequencer. Okay. Um, so wait, do I have to? Okay, how did they do that? I missed it. Um, the strip modifier add menu. Okay, I'm gonna watch this again because I don't know how to. Oh! It's a modifier, of course, just like geometry nodes. Yeah. Duh. Duh. Okay. This is really cool. Okay, modifiers. Add modifier. Compositor. Because this is going to help. Oh, this is going to help with so many compositing things. So many things that we're missing with just these. These were the only modifiers here. The brightness, contrast, color balance, curves, hue, contrast, mask, tone, map, and white balance. Those are the only things that you could do. But now if we can have like math nodes and stuff in, oh well, let's just try it. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Getting too excited. Oh, okay, hold on. What do we have? Do we have math nodes? Hold on. Math. Oh, this is opening up so many possibilities. Oh, I'm so excited already. Yeah, Blender 5 is going to be awesome. So we got multiply. So then we can. And this was going to be so helpful for masking, and then actually doing stuff in the video sequence editor. No, that's really cool. I want to mess around with this. But I only have a few more minutes to go. But this is let's what was I what was I trying to do? Oh, see, we got a mask input. This is cool. So that you can still use a mask, a strip mask, or just a regular mask for this to add. Can we add a mask in here? Let's see. Mask. Oh, you can. Okay. Yeah, this is going to make it so much more powerful. Okay. Okay. I got about 5 more minutes left. Do I move on or do I want to do this more of the compositing stuff in here? Yep, we could do the green screen keying from here. I like this so much because I would have to do having the ability to do green screen keying and removing the green screen background in the video sequence editor saves you rendering, because what you would have to do is you would have to render out an image sequence and then you import it into the compositor. You do the keying in the compositor, re-render that image sequence out, and then re-import it into the video sequence editor. Now you don't have to do any of that. You can just have your video. Of course, I don't have a green screen. I'm gonna have to do next time we test this out. We're gonna test out green screen, but you could have the video playing in your video sequence editor and just have the compositing get rid of that green screen just like you were, saving like 2 or 3 different steps. That's so much more efficient. I'm so excited. I knew that they were going to be connected, but I didn't know that they were going to be this integrated. Okay, that's really cool. Okay. Let me stop fanboying here and go back to this one. Okay. User interface. Adding strips with Shift A drops them where your mouse is. Okay, but okay, and can be moved right away. I don't know if I like that so much. It's the same thing if you click and drag. So if you click and drag a video into your sequencer, like I did, so I just click and drag, it'll pop it where your mouse is. Although you can't move it right away, but that's okay. I don't know if I like that or not. I think I kind of like to place the 3D or the timeline cursor where it should be placed, and then have it appear where the timeline cursor is for more accuracy. But you can just snap it to. It's just not that big of a deal. Okay. It's building proxies. Okay. Also, automatic proxies. I don't like automatic proxies, but whatever. It's they're more efficient now. Um, I'm gonna just jump down to this one because I only have a couple minutes left. I'm just gonna jump down to this one. Uh, the strip. So let's just maximize this here. So now it won't extend it past the strip. I wonder if I held down shift control. Okay, I can hold down control and go past the strip. And if you don't know how Blender works, and this maybe with all video editors, but if you don't know that the strip that you see in the timeline is actually it acts as a container. And then the media is inside that, so you see the waveforms and the let's just zoom in here. Shift B to zoom. So you see that the video and the audio is within this container, and you can extend the container beyond with control now. And then if you press S, you can slip the media inside the container back and forth. And then if you go beyond that, you can see the offset. So if then I click this, or if I press S to slip, you can see where the offsets are over here. But now it is if I press Alt O, it clears all the offsets, and now apparently Blender will just stop automatically so it doesn't go beyond the boundaries of the media unless you want it to by pressing Control. So there we go. We got a little bit started here, and thanks for hanging out, all of you who hung out with me. I'm going to try to schedule something else in the next couple days. Maybe an hour or two we can hang out and test more Blender 5 stuff as the beta comes out next week. But if you have suggestions, you can always leave a comment of something you specifically want to test. Let's say you ran into a bug and you don't want to report it, you don't have Blender ID or whatever, you want me to test it out. I'll gladly do it, and we'll just hang out, we'll test stuff and see if it works. And maybe if something works on my end and it doesn't work on your end, we can figure out why. And if not, then I can just report a bug. All right, that's the idea. And again, who knows how many of these I'm going to do? Who knows if this is even helpful for anybody? So we'll see if people like this. We'll see if I like it. But okay, that's enough rambling for me. Happy blending, and you will see me in the next